face your brighter side. Cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's move how you move, cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
Jomar is one of my idols because he talks the same language as me and he won last year.
Best of luck to you, Danny, in the tournament. It's awesome. Hold it down for Europe, and good luck in the tournament.
Thank you, Chris.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
It's always fun to look around and see fans singing our Stars Spangled Banner. Getting in the spirit. Should be a good one tonight. Don't go away. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. We have all heard the rumors regarding Kyrie Irving's moodiness. His teammate Kevin Durant said, Kyrie is an artist. He has his way of doing things, and I support him 100%. Irving said, human beings have mood swings. I don't have to be perfect. My teammates know who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. Durant plays the four with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 guard. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Irving attacking, and that one is good.
Boy, how about that crafty drive by Irving, anticipating the contact and able to get around and through it.
Rubio taking his time here. Kicks it out to Booker. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Irving from long range. Hands it from downtown. Irving's got 5 now.
Irving knocking down that 3, textbook form, too. Never rushes anything. Mechanics are efficient and effective.
Oubre against LeVert. Oubre can't get it to go. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Allen trying to break free. Count the basket.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the pass to Booker. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
The shot's good from Irving.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Rubio outside, passes it to Oubre. And it's sent back by KD.
KD's defense has really taken a huge step forward. I mean, excellent at blocking shots now, and he's a better help defender. Man, he's putting that reach to good use on the defensive end.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Ayton throws it down.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Rejected by Booker. And the shot is good. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. On the wing, Booker. All sorts of time. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist.
And because of that high basketball IQ he possesses, Booker takes great shots, and he knows the value of the mid-range game. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Out of bounds, it will go to the Suns.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Irving. He's got 7. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's LeVert. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Basket counts. Oubre's got 5.
Yeah, when Rubio's in there, he's looking to do one thing on the offensive end. He's kind of an Allen wrench. He wants to simply facilitate.
Now here's Durant. Some solid defense from Ayton.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
Got that one up quick. Irving's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Nets.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the shot goes in. 12 points for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
No good from Booker.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
From deep. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Rubio with it. He's picked up by KD. To the paint. Here's Johnson. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
You talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes. And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. They trail by 1. Pass to Ayton. Oubre against Irving.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Irving attacking, and he banks in the layup. Irving's got 19 points.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
Johnson outside. Oubre against LeVert. Up again. Offensive rebound. And it's Ayton missing. And here are the Nets. They're on a 14-6 run. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Boy, when LeVert is assertive and in attack mode, I love watching him go. He's got the athleticism to allow him to get a lot done.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
And the free throw drops for LeVert.
And guys, Karis LeVert can do so much while he's on the basketball floor. The problem for LeVert is just staying on the basketball floor.
Yeah, injuries have really slowed him down the last couple of years, Greg, and it's unfortunate because this kid's an outstanding player. He gets it done in every way as a wing scorer. He can make plays, he can defend, he can score the ball. LeVert says he tries to model his game after Penny Hardaway, and if he can stay healthy, I don't think that comparison's too far off.
The drive by Booker, and the layup falls. Booker's got 12 points in the game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now here's Saric, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time. Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Harris against Booker. Up top, Bain. Irving with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Now it's a 5-point Nets lead.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
Pass to Oubre. Back to Carter for three. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Nets leading by 5. From deep three-point range. Second shot opportunity, and Prince lays it in.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here is Carter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Baines passes to Booker. And it's Saric. That time on the assist by Booker.
I think the offensive game of Saric is really good and continues to evolve. Encouraging to see him be aggressive inside.
And they pick up 2.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
Carter on the wing, covered by Irving. For 3, Oubre. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Irving. Jordan, high post. Baines is there. No good from Jordan.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And he's able to get it back. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in. And it's good for 2.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Irving. He's off on that one. Now the Suns take it the other way.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
Kicks it to Carter. Saric against Prince, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think he's going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls from Saric.
You know, the toughness Saric possesses is really pretty impressive. A guy who lost 6 teeth in a game one time and kept on playing. Wow.
Good on both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Irving attacking. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Here's Jerome. That's tipped.
Excellent toughness on the defensive end, and that's what Prince does. He's got size, and he's got the will to defend at a high level.
And it's Irving missing. Suns trail by 5. Bridges passes to Jerome. Back to Bridges. There's the pass to Jerome. Clock at 6. Now here's Kaminsky.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Inside, here's Carter. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Irving, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence. Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself a reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Jerome, covered by Irving. Fires top of the key. But they recover it. Carter, the pass to Saric. Beyond the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Irving drives in, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Irving's got 28 points for the game.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Brooklyn. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. Back to the action after this word. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think you get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense. And I feel like we're at that level to start the game, and then, it's about who can last at that level the longest.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Now here's Saric. Jerome, good.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Luwawu, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Phoenix. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Passes to Jerome. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 9 assists now tonight.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
That one misses. Now the Suns take it the other way. Here's Jerome, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with it. Bridges covering, and the basket by Harris.
Nice step in from the line that time by Harris. Gets those looks because you've got to respect his 3.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Andre Ayton's checked in for Dario Saric. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Allen's checked in. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Bridges, rejected by Harris. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. It's the Nets now. And stolen by Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Rubio leading the charge.
Well, this is where his sweet spot is. Rubio at his best in the open court. Knows how to finish in that environment.
Here's Luwawu, and he slams it one-handed.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Jerome, good.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie, Irving, and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court. The Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
Well, we'll see how they do. David, thank you.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Here's Ayton. 3-on-3. Jerome, good. Jerome's got 9 points in the quarter. Brooklyn leading by 6. And then Allen slams it in.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Rubio against Dinwiddie. Here's Ayton. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Ayton's got his third basket of the night right there. The Nets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. It's Durant with the drive. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, you know, you're kidding yourself if you think Durant is going to back down from the opponent. And what a strong finish there.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And Brooklyn making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as anyone.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing. That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Rubio outside, fires for 3. Allen with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 9. It's Durant with the drive and finished off by KD.
You know what the result's going to be when Durant makes a move to the bucket like that. Just a matter of how hard is he going to throw it down.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Booker.
This is a guy who once scored 70 points in a game. Booker doesn't take much for him to start percolating. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And here's Booker from the arc. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean,
oh, what a finish!
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And look at Ayton get up there. Have to enjoy watching the big man getting tricky with it.
Dinwiddie outside. KD drives in, and KD throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Brooklyn leading by 9. And KD throws it down.
Man, he gets it done in bunches, does Durant. He's a superb scorer. You've just got to marvel at his greatness.
And for the Suns, they're shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Johnson kicks to Oubre. Here's Ayton. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Dinwiddie with it. Now defended by Oubre. Allen against Ayton. Here's LeVert. Rejected by Booker. They got him on the arm, but it still can.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter. Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Free throw, good. Allen.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid he only played 1 year in college. And he's shown you that he can defend at a high level. And he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
Carter dishes to Baines. Prince against Carter. They grab their own miss. It's LeVert on the wing. He's got 10. Count that bucket.
Boy, guys, it's so good to see somebody still taking advantage of the mid-range. LeVert with the bucket.
Booker draws the double. Ayton against Allen. It's stolen by Allen. In transition, here come the Nets. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Allen's got 9 points in the quarter. And the Suns call time here.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Suns making a change here. Sharge is checked in, and a change for the Nets. Jordan, he's checked in for Dinwiddie. Suns trail by 19. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop, and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Sharge has the open look, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Sharge has got 8 points.
Now that's confidence. Sharge says, in Dario I trust.
Carter down low. LeVert defending. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Oubre.
And really, I'd like to see them get after it
on the offensive boards a little bit more here. They did a good job of that in the first.
Here's Irving, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got 33 points.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Good on the bucket.
Tell you what, I don't think there's been a single shot that Irving has wanted and didn't get so far.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Phoenix. 19-point game. Pass to Baines. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Another three for Phoenix.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Allen, and Allen slams it in.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
The Suns shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Here's Booker. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Brooklyn leading by 18. Over Booker. And Baines pulls it down. Jordan's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Booker the pass to Carter. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
And that one's good, Irving.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Carter on the wing. Here's the three. Another three for Phoenix.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 3-point shots to go here.
Brooklyn's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Oubre with the steal. Over Prince. Kept alive. Sharch fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Using the anticipation on the glass, Sharch is really good at banging the boards.
The Suns shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Luwawu is check in for Jared Allen.
One shot.
And that one falls from Saric. Nets leading by 12. Here's Irving. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
For Brooklyn, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Boy, what a journey it's been for Irving. An all-star, a champion. He's played on the U.S. national team. And even did a little acting along the way.
Down low, here's Saric, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Saric has got 13 points.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Drills the three-pointer.
Well, this is a staple, a pillar of Irving's attack. You got to be up on him or he'll pull up on a dime.
Lets a floater go. Jerome, no good. Nets leading by 16. Let's go. And that one goes long. Carter with it. 12 points for him. And the basket is good.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Left side, Irving. Oh, and he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Nets out in front, up by 16. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
So I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 5 steals and 2 rebounds. He's been a different player than he was their last outing when he was off his game. He's rounded back into form tonight. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nets' first half?
Oh, that's a dazzling display by Kyrie Irving so far. One of the most creative players in the league. Kyrie is always finding new ways to score.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, with the way they struggle to defend the three-point line, it's starting to look like warm-up drills. They cannot be afraid to bring more defenders out high. They got to make life tougher on those outside shooters.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Here's Irving. Here's Durant. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. To the middle, here's Johnson trying to get open as Oubre. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Rubio.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air. So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
And then Durant with the jam.
Well, the elevation from Durant should come as no surprise there. I mean, he's dangerous above the rim, and he can go way above it too, folks.
Suns trail by 15. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more, you're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past. So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix to the inside. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Ayton attacking.
Oh, that is sick. I mean, a terrific ball handler for a 5. Ayton comes full force.
Here's Irving. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Irving's got 49 points in the game. Irving against Rubio. Pass to Booker. Back to Rubio. Launches a three. Here's Ayton. And it's sent back by KD. Ayton. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Here's KD. Again, the Nets for 2.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Phoenix calls timeout. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Kaminsky is checked in for Phoenix. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Nets leading by 17. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic. It struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A. Harris's shot is off. Suns have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Booker against Dinwiddie. Count it, good.
And the intelligence. Love watching Booker operate in these situations. His decision-making has really improved over the years.
Goes up from the top of the key and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Boy, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
Oubre kicks to Rubio. Durant against Ayton. Back to Rubio. And he uses the glass on the layup. Rubio's got 7 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Shoots over Rubio, and it's Irving missing. Suns trail by 17. From downtown, Rubio misses. It's the Nets now. Allen up top, covered by Rubio. And again, it's the Nets missing. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Bridges, he's checked in for Kelly Oubre. Here's Booker. Brooklyn with the rebound. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one. Harris draws the double. Over Booker. Allen inside. Ayton's there. Allen, that's good.
Always good to see a player like Allen expanding his offensive game, changing things up and keeping the defense honest.
Ayton, the pass to Rubio. Here's Kaminsky, and another assist for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Durant just inside the line, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Well, that jumper's so effortless coming out of Durant's hands. I mean, it's cash money more times than not.
Ayton dishes to Bridges. Rubio against Irving, nabbing another steal. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And that one's good, Durant. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Nets.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. I love the play call. Ayton's a well-coordinated athlete. You know he has the reach. Give him a chance to go up and get it.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Charge checked in for the Suns. Carter comes in for Ricky Rubio. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Kyrie Irving. Suns trail by 19. Carter down low. Dinwiddie covering.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And again, it's the Nets missing. Phoenix has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Drills it from outside. Carter's got 15.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
And there's the pass to Booker. Back to Carter. The shot from the low post is good. 17 points in the game. Brooklyn leading by 16. And we know the story, Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Now Carter. He's got 17. Pass to Kaminsky. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Kaminsky's got 4 this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Yep, that one goes. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Pass to Saric. Lets it go. They get the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. It's Jordan on the wing, defended by Carter.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case. You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one for a teammate.
Carter against Dinwiddie. Suns trail by 16. Carter outside. The rebound by Prince. Prince has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here is Bridges. Pass to Kaminsky. Carter kicks to Bridges. The pass to Kaminsky. Offline with his 3. Nets leading by 16. Harris, good. Harris has got 9 points.
Yeah, impressive shot there by Harris. He's in the league to make the hard shots, not just the open ones.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A nice shot by Booker. Timeout called, the Nets.
Worshiping false idols. You flexing in the right so with no car title. When it comes to street credit, you got a low FICO. But you know I'm a smooth criminal like the gold Michael. Really my psyche like Michael Myers, my flow psycho. If your intentions ain't genuine, I just don't like you. Who said I ain't good in the hood? I just stroll right through. What you heard? Know that I've been cold like flukes, so no comparisons. Cause I'm the rarest one. I got respect for some I just ain't scared of none. Why every time when they need some help, I be there for them. But every time when the tables turn, I ain't hearing none. That's just how it is. 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 Yeah, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Man, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Yeah, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. That's why I look nervous.
Harris LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 16. Dinwiddie with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Wing shot on the way. Here's Jordan, and the layup is good. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Here's Carter. Sharik's trying to break free, and it's Carter missing. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it beautiful here in the third, 56% from the field. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Carter against Harris. Carter right side. He kicks to Baines. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jerome. Off target with his 3. Nets shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Here's Jordan. It's hauled in by the Suns.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Carter. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
And he gets the bucket. Harris has got 11 points.
You know, he's not just a spot-up shooter, guys. Joe Harris can score off the dribble, too.
Here's Jerome. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Brooklyn, controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Nets. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. The 3 from Johnson, and it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's LeVert. Goes back up. And that one drops. Durant's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nets.
Never say never with KD. He's fighting hard to protect their possession with a little help from that wingspan that goes on forever.
Yeah, another turnover, but guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
And the Suns making a change here. Oubre's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Irving's checked in. Johnson, a wide open look. No good from outside.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And LeVert showing how confident he is in his jumper. He's got a nice soft release and is a very skilled guard.
Oubre passes to Rubio. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Passes it to Jerome. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
Allen's checked in for Jordan. Brooklyn leading by 21. On its way from Irving for 2. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Irving's got 53.
You know, getting up into Irving's grill only gives him additional intensity and focus to let you have it.
On the wing, Johnson. Over Irving. And again, it's the Suns missing.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Pass to Jerome. On the wing, Johnson. Pass to Baines. Oubre, right side. Johnson in the corner. Front past the arc. That one doesn't go.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Oubre on the wing. Fires from the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And it's LeVert missing.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
He gets it in there. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. And KD throws it down.
How do you stop Durant on the drive? I mean, this guy is mobile, he's long, and he's got tremendous ball skills.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Irving against Rubio. Johnson for three. Another possession, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammate.
A nice shot by LeVert.
You got to D up LeVert better than that, but I mean, he excels at scoring over the defense.
They get a hand on it. He swipes the ball away again.
And you got to be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Yes, that goes in. Jerome's got 19 points.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And it's LeVert missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The pass to Jerome. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Jerome's got 9 points here in the second half. Nets leading by 20. Here's LeVert. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And that one, good.
Well, you see the hustle from Allen there, guys, and his relentlessness and the mindset to keep at it really allows him to gobble up those offensive boards.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action. We'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism.
Both teams will make substitutions. Irving against Rubio. Johnson kicks to Rubio. Ayton at the elbow. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Ayton's got 21.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Dinwiddie, and he lays it straight in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
To the paint, and another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
One shot.
That's good from Irving. Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Booker looking around. Floats it up for Rubio. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Timeout called, the Nets. Nets leading by 23 from the high post. Allen passes to Irving from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Irving's got 59 points.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead. And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Bridges. Count it.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Here's Irving. Good, he hits again.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Here's Okobo. Passes it to Ayton. Fires the three. He doesn't hit that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Allen up top, defended by Bridges. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Phoenix has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Booker with no one around, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
And good that time. Durant's got 44.
Boy, that in-between game of Durant's is deadly. Give him this shot, and you'll regret it.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Here's Dinwiddie, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Dinwiddie's got 6 points in the quarter. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Second chance shot, and oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. That one goes. Count it. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn.
Fires from 14. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Irving has the touch needed to do damage from just about anywhere, including from there.
Pass to Kaminsky. Pass to Okobo. Shoots the three, and the three ball is good. Okobo's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Phoenix.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
A baseline J. Irving misses. Suns trail by 20. Over to the wing. Fires the three. And it's Okobo missing. The net shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Here's Durant. Great touch on the 16-footer. KD's got 46 points.
Durant's pull-up is quick and smooth and virtually unguardable. So agile he is for a 7-footer.
And the Suns call time here.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Here's Irving. And another one!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. And it's Rubio penetrating. Another possession, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
KD looking around. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
To the middle, here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
And the all-around offensive game Ayton has is just fantastic, capable of scoring in many different ways.
Here's Allen. Rebound by the Suns. Oubre's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Brooklyn.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kyrie Irving.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. .112 left in the game. Here's Temple. It's hauled in by the Suns. Johnson outside. Inside, here's Baines. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Crawford's shot is good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Temple will not go. This is off the front iron. And here's Phoenix, down by 15. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. Scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though.
Here's Johnson. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Boy, you can see the connection these guys have. They ran the play well. The defense had no idea how to deal with it.
Johnson can't hit. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on a comeback.
There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Crawford passes to Johnson. Fires from 14. Here's Jordan. And it goes down 2 points.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
It was amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but one man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.